in this wheel path. And at this point, still we have no alligator cracking in the far or inside wheel path. This alligator cracking here is high severity for a foot. The rest of it is moderate severity. Until stations 3 plus 15. From 315 on to 318, we have a low severity alligator cracking in the outside wheel path along with a transverse crack at 318. This is a moderate severity transverse crack. Alligator cracking beginning at 216 and continuing on until 220 in the far wheel path, the inside wheel path, and the alligator cracking continuing on till 320 on the outside wheel path. At station 3 plus 25, we show no signs of distress until we reach 330, which we can see a transverse crack which is for the most part healed itself. It extends into the lane about 2 feet. No alligator cracking. Continuing on until we reach 358, we see a longitudinal crack extending from 356 mid-lane until roughly 362, and at 358 we have a transverse crack extending from this edge to that longitudinal crack in the center of the lane. We reach 378, we have a short transverse crack extending towards the middle of the lane from the edge. 4 feet, low severity. At that point, 378, we begin to see alligator cracking, low severity in the outside wheel path, extending to this point, which is roughly 396. At that point, we have a transverse crack that makes its way clear across the lane at low severity. I guess I should make that medium severity. Okay, at station 4, we have nothing in either wheel path until we reach station 418, where we have a transverse crack that reaches across the lane at medium severity. 423, we have a transverse crack which extends from mid lane on across the inside wheel path and to the far side. Low severity. At 435, we have a transverse crack which extends from the inside edge of the lane and comes across and intersects the outside edge of the lane at roughly 440, and it is a moderate severity crack. Here we are at 450. We reach 458. We have a transverse crack which reaches all the way across the lane. It is moderate severity due to the spalling. No alligator cracking to speak of in either lane at this point. However, at 468, we see a transverse crack extending from mid lane to and across the inside wheel path and out of the S section. At 475, Now we reach 485, and we see a small transverse crack extending towards the mid of the lane from the inside wheel path, outer edge, and it intersects and becomes a longitudinal crack running up the center of the lane throughout to the end of the test section, which is at 5 plus 00. Just before 5 plus 00, it becomes a transverse crack at 498 and runs towards the outer edge of the lane. Again, this is 0160112 in Tuscaloosa County.